I'm Madison Galloway, and this is for Speech 205 with Ms. Terry's class. Through the centuries, teenage pregnancy rates have seemed to drop as malnutrition in mothers and unborn children seem to bring awareness. Teenage pregnancy has been around for many centuries, following many studies being able to be done to show ratios have dropped in things that cause malnutrition. As far as today, let's discuss the statistics of teenagers getting pregnant from many years ago compared to today's, as well as malnutrition in mothers and unborn children. In the book, Nursing Standards, a section called Pregnant Pause for Teenage Moms, a group of midwives and nurses is targeting the rise in unplanned second pregnancies among young women by Tamsin Snow in 2006 stated, 1 in 5 girls under the age of 18 who gives birth already has at least one baby. Figures also show that 5% of girls under 18 who have an abortion already have at least one child, while 7.5% who have a termination have undergone the procedure at least once before. She also states that most teenagers feel judged by their doctors, therefore they better choice of midwives when it comes to their second pregnancy. This leads to more teenagers not going back to their doctors for birth control or to talk to them about pregnancy concerns as they turn to midwives. As the article mentions, birth control for mothers, in the same article she states out of 200 females, only 5 end up pregnant with the second child in 5 years. In my second article, Trends in Teenage Pregnancy and Childbearing, written by the Office of Adolescent Health in July 2016, states that in 2004 there were 24.2 births for every 1,000 adolescents females ages 15 through 19, or that's 249,078 babies born females in this age group, and that's nearly 89% of these births occurred outside of marriage. As stated, many births are outside of marriage, however, many of these births end up with their parents married down the road. The same article also mentions that the teen pregnancy rate includes pregnancies that end in a live birth as well as those that end in abortion or a miscarriage. Between 1990 and 2010, the most recent year for which data is available, the teenage pregnancy rate declined 51%. It went from 116.9 to 54% pregnancies per 1,000 teens in girls, which I did my graph to show the drop in them. Alright. And it says, according to recent national data, this decline is due to the combination of an increased percent of adolescents who are waiting to have sexual intercourse or the increased use of contraception by teens. It also states that the rate of abortions among adolescents is the lowest since abortion was legalized in 1973 and 66% lower than its peak in 1988. Malnutrition in mothers with unborn children really seems to raise a concern. As mentioned earlier in an article, teenage mothers fear the judgment from their doctors when it comes to being pregnant with their second child, and they assume not to go back. As these who don't go back to get proper care and treatment end up facing the types of malnutrition. On a website called Their World was an article written called Why Nutrition in Pregnancy is Vital for Mother and Baby, written by Elaine Hunter in 2016. She states, a woman's nutritional intake impacts both her own health during pregnancy and her unborn child's health. Malnutrition during pregnancy can cause devastating results. A baby's organs are developing during the first 5 weeks of pregnancy, so for the organs to grow properly, it is vital for women to have food supplies ready and available. Women need to eat more when they're pregnant, as an additional 150 calories a day in the first 5 weeks, or in the first 3 months, and by month 4 she should take in another additional 300 calories per day. In addition, women must have proper nutrients in their diets, such as foods with folic acid, iron, calcium, protein, B12, vitamin A, and vitamin D. As not having the proper intake, foods and vitamins result in over 110,000 deaths before birth. On another website article called Teen Pregnancy and Health Risks Due to the Baby, written by Stanley J. Sawitsky in 2000 states that teenage mothers have a higher rate of poor eating habits than older women and are less likely to intake the recommended daily prenatal multivitamins to maintain adequate nutrition during pregnancy. Teens are also more likely to smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, or take drugs during their pregnancy, which cause health problems for the baby, which relates back to being scared to go to their doctors for the proper care and treatment during pregnancy. Today, you learned about the statistics of teenagers getting pregnant from many years ago until now, as well as how mothers and unborn children suffer from malnutrition. Teenage pregnancy has been around for centuries and has overcome very much thus far. Statistics are changing as rates have dropped over the years as less teens are having children, and many teens are facing malnutrition for themselves and their child.